All right, tribe, we are at it again. I sat down to do a little bit of work on my silver, only to realize I don't have all the proper stuff. I went and got borax the other day, as you guys know. Today I need to go find a brazing torch. The small butane torch is fine for little bits of soldering, but I need a larger brazing torch so that I can properly do some annealing and heat up larger projects. Stuff I like working on. All right, tribe, so I just checked Google Maps. I've got to go up to Cinco de Mayo, which is about 4 or 5 blocks this way, and then head up about 5 or 6 blocks. And A should be on my left. If not there, I suppose we could try and GPS a new spot from that point, but that's where we're headed. So while strolling on the Malecón, I found that there is a couple other hardware stores, one being on Revolution 1910, I think is what we're going for. So all right, we're getting close. I can feel it. We got to find Revolution Street 1910, and then we're going to take a left, I believe, and there should be a couple of hardware stores down that street there. This looks like the street, and this looks like the place. Well, strike one. That place did not have a propane torch head. Butane, but not propane. And I'm looking for a propane torch head with the hose to make it a little easier to work with the silver. Double checking my bearings. We still have a few more blocks to go before we hit the next hardware store. Hopefully they'll have what I need. Gracias, señor. Hell yeah, I love these little shops. For 500 pesos I got my setup, which is very basics that I need, but these little torch heads are actually perfect. My only problem is when you turn the can upside down, it gets a little bit weird, but it'll work. Let's head back. All right, we're gonna take a little different route back towards the marina just to do a little bit of exploring. I do need to stop by like an Oxxo or a little Marquetto to get some things, dog food and eggs and stuff before I head back to the boat. So I'm gonna keep an eye out for that. Corporation. All right, doing a little bit of exploring through the town here. There's a lot of really cool homes and then a lot of vacant lots. I guess that's true of any place in any city anywhere, but there is one thing that sort of stands out here in La Paz, and that's the dome at the old church there. You can always get a kind of a bearing as to where you're at by locating that dome. So that's cool. I think I'm gonna try and get a little closer back to the marina before I stop and pick up stuff like eggs and things like that. So we're gonna just keep exploring. little bit of a break from the sun, have a little juice, and then we'll head back to the marina. Hopefully, if I did everything right, I'll be able to do some silver work today and have enough food to last until I get more money in. Come on. Well, I went back to the boat, unloaded my stuff, and grabbed Mouse for our daily walk on the beach. Yeah, it's a good thing. Keeps her from getting too crazy. Thank you. Well, I stopped into my favorite little cafe, Coco's, to get a little bit of lunch, let the dog rest. I like Coco's because it's really good food and inexpensive. The ladies in there are super nice. And even when my dog pukes right in the middle of the restaurant, they are still really nice to me. So I ended up leaving them a little bit bigger tip than I normally would. But I figure they gotta clean up dog vomit.
Fueled by ADHD and caffeine since 1976.